On the evening of July 20th, 1973, Bruce Lee suffered from a severe headache and took an equagesic pill before taking a brief nap prior to dinner. However, that was also the last time he would wake up after the coma. The world of martial arts and cinema was stunned to receive the tragic news that martial arts legend Bruce Lee passed away suddenly just before medical assistance arrived. At the time of his death, he was accompanied by Taiwanese actress Betty Ting-pei and film producer Raymond Chow. With a character of the stature of Bruce Lee, the police quickly launched an investigation into the two witnesses who could very well also be suspects. From there, many truths about the Hollywood martial arts legend were uncovered, and the deeper the investigation went, the more the circumstances surrounding Bruce Lee's death became shrouded in mystery. Ultimately, did he die of illness? Was he murdered? Or was there another reason? Public opinion quickly focused on Betty Ting-pei. The Taiwanese actress was rumored to be the lover of Bruce Lee, and the fact that his death occurred right in her apartment put her under investigation. Initially, to avoid causing misunderstandings about the fact that Bruce Lee fell asleep and died in actress Betty Ting-pei's apartment. Affecting the reputation of the martial arts star, Raymond Chow declared that Bruce Lee died unexpectedly at home while with his wife Linda. But no matter the intention, the truth will eventually come to light. Just a few days after Raymond Chow's statement, the Hong Kong press discovered that this person was lying. His lie caused public outrage and sparked rumors that Bruce Lee was having an affair with Betty Ting-pei. Some people even suggested that Mr. Lee died after using drugs and having sex with his lover. Many fans of Bruce Lee harshly criticized Betty Ting-pei, believing she was the reason their idol died when she gave him the painkiller equagesic. Some scenarios suggest that Bruce Lee and Betty Ting-pei were lovers. It is possible that a conflict occurred that night. For example, Bruce Lee wanted to end this illicit relationship, while Betty Ting-pei, unwilling to accept this, took action. Of course, these speculations are baseless. The most unfortunate person in these speculations is the Taiwanese actress. During that time, she received terrible threats, saying they would kill her to take revenge for Bruce Lee, and this obsession followed her even later on. The second person present at the time of Bruce Lee's death was producer Raymond Chow. He and Bruce Lee founded the film company Concord Production, assisting in the production of Bruce Lee's films. On the surface, they were partners with a strong mutual understanding, but beneath it, there were many conflicts between them. According to many sources, Raymond Chow always showed opposition and discomfort at the thought of Bruce Lee leaving him to do business with the Americans, and removing Lee also allowed Raymond Chow to have full control over Concord Production, owning the most famous films of Lee. According to them, with the death of Lee, Raymond Chow could leverage the fame of the martial arts star to sell films to the international market, which was craving action martial arts works, right at the time when the name Bruce Lee was at its peak. According to the analysis, Raymond Chow completely had the motive and ability to kill Bruce Lee. However, in reality, Bruce Lee's unfinished work, Game of Death, was released many years after his death, and only 11 minutes of Bruce Lee's action performance was used in the film, while the rest featured actors with a similar appearance to Lee and stunt doubles. This film even features footage of Bruce Lee's real-life funeral. It does not exploit his image as a springboard, contrary to previous speculations. If neither of the two had enough evidence to reach a conclusion, the police turned to talking with the dead through an autopsy examination. And as expected, the autopsy report noted that he had previously used marijuana and that this drug was present in his stomach. However, this is not the cause of the martial arts superstar's death. This was confirmed by forensic expert Donald Tier, who directly examined Bruce Lee's body. But the story does not end there. Many years after Bruce Lee's death, some letters purportedly from him emerged. These letters were written over a span of 5 years up until Bruce Lee's passing. According to the content of the correspondence, he did use strong drugs such as cocaine and LSD to immerse himself and elevate his performance while filming. And once again, the theory of death due to a drug overdose has been brought up. Extremely stuck, public opinion has even placed the Triad Society under scrutiny. They believe that Bruce Lee refused to pay protection money to the Triad Society, which led them to order his assassination. Some other sources reveal that it was not the gang in Hong Kong, but the gang in mainland China that was behind the assassination of the martial arts star. The reason was also due to the competition for the market. Accordingly, films by the Hong Kong star, who speaks Cantonese, threaten the dominance of Mandarin-speaking Chinese films. Concerned about their investments, filmmakers on the mainland hired assassins to eliminate Bruce Lee to eradicate potential threats, especially as Bruce Lee's fame continued to grow over time. If the scope of the investigation is extended further, Chinese martial arts masters could also be suspects. We all know that there are many Chinese martial arts masters who disagree with Bruce Lee teaching martial arts, to Americans. It is very possible that one of those great masters executed a deadly technique known as dim mak, striking Bruce Lee at a vital point, which caused him not to die immediately, but to pass away after some time. This hypothesis arose because there was once a secret duel between Bruce Lee and the famous martial artist Wong Jack Man. The martial artist stated that if he won, Bruce Lee would have to stop teaching martial arts to his American students. Surrounding the contest between Bruce Lee and Wong Jack Man, there are still many mysteries. But regardless of how things actually unfolded, the Chinese martial arts star continued to teach martial arts to students from abroad. In the end, when the perpetrator could not be found for a long time, people even mentioned a strange hypothesis that Bruce Lee died from drinking too much water. It sounds hard to believe, but this is also the reason thought to have led to the star's death. Accordingly, the medical journal Clinical Kidney Journal has published a study on the causes of Bruce Lee's death conducted by kidney specialists in Spain. These experts assert that he died due to severe water retention. Scientifically speaking, Bruce Lee passed away due to hyponatremia caused by the phenomenon of water overload. The phenomenon of water retention at a severe level can also lead to brain edema. Coincidentally, Bruce Lee's brain at the time of his death weighed more than that of an average person. This indicates that he suffered from brain edema and sudden death. Looking back during his lifetime, Bruce Lee had a strange passion for water. Bruce Lee's wife once mentioned his diet, which emphasized liquid intake like juice. In addition, Bruce Lee also used stimulants and prescription drugs. This kept him always feeling thirsty and inclined to drink more water. Meanwhile, the kidneys of the male star may have deteriorated over the years due to his use of various beverages, stimulants, and prescription medications. On the last day of Bruce Lee's life, his kidneys may not have been able to eliminate water from his body, leading to an imbalance in Bruce Lee's body. 2 months before his death, the martial arts star suddenly fainted on set. He unexpectedly became exhausted, had convulsions, and suffered from headaches. At the hospital, Bruce Lee was diagnosed with cerebral edema. After just a few days in the hospital, the actor had nearly fully recovered and returned to his normal routine. Although he complained many times about headaches afterward, he still went to the hospital, where Bruce Lee was diagnosed with cerebral edema. The condition of cerebral edema recurred in Bruce Lee once again on July 20th, 1973, which was also the day Bruce Lee passed away. Many years have passed since Bruce Lee's death, but the efforts to investigate from his fans have not ceased. Many people have put forward various hypotheses, but there has never been enough evidence to bring the matter to light. Ultimately, what people can acknowledge is the tremendous stature and legacy that Bruce Lee left behind. So, what else do you know related to Bruce Lee's death? Please comment below.